New immigrants prohibited from buying homes in Canada. Shocking new rule changes lock non-Canadians out of the real estate market. Let's get into it. In an apparent effort to take aim at the high real estate prices in Toronto and Vancouver, the Canadian government seems to be taking unprecedented action coming into effect January 1 of 2023, prohibiting non-Canadians from buying residential property in Canada. Canada has traditionally been quite open for foreign buyers. Non-Canadians have almost always been able to buy residential property in Canada, a second home or primary residence, investment properties, with just some exceptions on agricultural or farmland. So yesterday, December 21, 2022, Canada introduced the foreign buyers ban, and these new restrictions could severely damage Canada's reputation on the world stage and could really cause major problems as Canada tries to attract to our shores some needed foreign talent. So let's look at what these restrictions actually are from what we know to date. So firstly, non-Canadian buyers are prohibited from buying residential property for 2 years starting January 1, 2023. Now, we're still trying to piece together all of the details and get clarification because everybody's scrambling to catch up to this just last minute released legislation. It looks like permanent residents in Canada will be able to buy a home. We're just trying to confirm that. And it looks like those with work permits in Canada that have lived here for 3 years and have submitted at least 3 years of tax returns will also probably be able to buy a home in Canada. And it does seem that there are some notable and important and sometimes odd exceptions. Weirdly, non-Canadians would be able to buy an entire apartment tower, but not an apartment. Okay. Also, non-Canadians are not able to buy a home to live in, but they would be able to buy a home to rent it out. Okay. And it seems like these restrictions are mostly for metropolitan areas. Not all the big cities, but those would be included. Areas, the smaller cities, smaller towns may be exempt from these regulations. And it's quite a long list of those that are prohibited. Of course, places like Barrie, Brantford, Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Vancouver, Victoria are restricted, and many others. And I'll put a link below for the areas that are restricted. But many of the smaller towns are not. So that's an important note. And further, the violation of this act by either a foreign buyer or a Canadian assisting a foreign buyer carries with it penalties under the Criminal Code of Canada of up to $10,000 in fines. The details of that, we don't know yet. And it also seems like buyers that execute a purchase agreement, have an accepted offer to purchase on a property by December 31, 2022 would be exempt from this, and we're just trying to confirm that now. Now, I will include some helpful links in the notes below to some further details on the program as we know it, and I think more will be coming out over the next few days as we all try to get clarifications on how this is going to shake down. And if you found this video helpful, just click the thumbs up. It would really help with the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you would subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, then you won't miss any future videos centered on real estate information, particularly in Canada, as they come out. Merry Christmas. See you on the next video.